This is Zac and Gus,
the podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Zac and Gus Show podcast.
Welcome
edition.
back, or welcome to. This is the first.
Welcome to. You've never experienced this before. If you do remember us from radio, I mean,
This
we
is
were
something
pretty
new.
famous. Wouldn't be surprised. This is like what Hamish and Andy did in 2018, except we're only doing it because it's the only option right now.
We're stuck inside. There's no way we can get to a radio studio, so we thought, why not bring the radio studio to us and instead make a Wish.com version of our radio show.
Yeah, and
Recorded
I
on
reckon
our phones.
It's gonna be great. It's honestly gonna be great. We've done segments on the radio show before that were recorded on our phones, so this won't be that new to our listeners. They've experienced this audio quality before.
But have they listened to 40 minutes straight of it? Or who knows how long this is going? Who knows if our listeners will be listening to this?
I'm sure at least one person is gonna listen to this all the way through, and that will make it worth it.
Well, I sure hope it. But Angus, what do you miss? Because, God, I miss looking at you in the face. I miss the fancy microphones. I miss paneling. I miss all the excitement of the radio studio.
I just miss knowing that we had tortured our friends into staying up until 2 a.m. just to listen to us. That was a good feeling.
Yeah, and there's no way we'll ever know if they're actually listening to this. So
Well, what are we putting this podcast up on?
whatever you're listening to it on it now, that's...
Yep. Hey guys, comment below what you're listening to this podcast on.
Don't think that's how it works, but... Oh,
And then
man.
I'll use my time machine to go into the future and check what the comments were.
What did the comments say?
I think we're putting it up on SoundCloud and maybe other services depending on our financial situation.
Oh, this is...
So, I've got a list of some things that I wanted to talk about on this podcast, Zach. I don't know about you,
And
but
I've got one thing, so I reckon we can
You've
see
got
who's
one?
the most prepared one here.
do you want me to start this off?
I reckon there's no better way than if you've got something prepared, go for it.
Yep. All right. I'm donating my organs.
Well, I mean, I guess that's a good thing. It's
Let's
a
just
good,
start off
nice
with that.
thing. Yeah, it's a good thing to donate your organs because look, you're saving someone's life.
Yeah, and I got so the reason I bring this up is because I got a message today in my MyGov inbox saying, because apparently I already signed up to the organ donation registry like a few years ago, and because I wasn't 18,
Oh, I thought you had to be 18 to do it.
yeah, you do, and that's why I couldn't consent. So they've sent me this message pretty much saying, you've just turned 18, congratulations, now we can have your organs.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it as we speak.
Any specific organs that you're donating?
Well,
Or
I've
just
got a list
all of
here,
them?
actually.
Oh, perfect.
Bone tissue, eye tissue, heart valves, kidneys, liver, lungs, pancreas, and skin tissue.
So you've practically
that's all of
clicked
it.
the select all button.
Yeah, I've clicked the organ donation select all button.
So
And
I mean,
yeah, I'm pretty excited. I mean, by the time it happens, I'm obviously not going to be here to experience it, but I'm still excited to know that when I die, all my organs are going to be removed from my body and donated to science.
you're going to be helping someone, and that's possibly the kindest thing you've ever done in your life.
And you guys are going to witness it right now. I mean, obviously you can't see, but I'm clicking the button as we speak. Ooh, I can get a hard copy of my donor card.
Can we hear you click the mouse?
Oh, okay, you want to hear the mouse click. I want
Yep.
to record my decision to be an organ donor. I want to donate everything below. Please send me a hard copy donor. They can send me a card. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, get a card. We want the card.
Well, that will be posted on Zac and Gus when I receive it. All right. Pressing
Sure.
save donation preferences in 3, 2, 1. I hope you guys hear this click. Yeah, that's it.
Well, that's a momentous occasion for the Zac and Gus show. It's the first thing we've ever done anything governmentally official. We've done a lot of things, but never has either of us signed up for an organ donation or anything similar.
That's true. Do you have anything you want to bring up, Zach?
Just in general or related to organ donating?
Not related to organ donating. I just mean I've compiled quite a large list of things I want to discuss on the show, and as you said, you only have one thing. So
Well,
what is your one thing? And
do we want to waste
that's
my
that's
one
the
thing?
question. Do you want to give you your one thing now, or do you want to save it?
I reckon we can save it for a bit later. What else do you want to bring to my attention?
Well, I just wanted to discuss on air this little feud that we had over the fact that I have signed up to an underwear delivery service.
That's right.
And
That's right. I do remember
you
this.
weren't exactly supportive of that decision.
Now, Angus, I'll start this one off. You are not a man of immense wealth.
I will take that.
I don't mean to say that in a rude way, just fact. You don't have, most people our age don't have enough money.
This is true. But people our age also need underwear, Zach. And what better way than to have it delivered to your door for $20 a month with cool designs on it?
Okay, so we're not going to name the brand, but I don't see
I'm not gonna do them a plug. No.
Good.
Once
I
they
don't wanna
sponsor our show, once
If
they
they wanna
start
give us money,
sponsoring
we'll
this
give them
show,
up.
we will plug them.
I just don't see a reason when there are so many other alternatives to be paying $20 a month for one pair of underwear. Now, I understand.
But Zach,
underpair-
you haven't worn these underwear. They are genuinely, they're great. They're so
Now,
comfy.
remember that you aren't a representative for this brand, so you can say whatever you want. I don't think their comfort is worth $20 a month.
I might have a problem of thinking that a lot of things are worth $20 a month, because when you say $20 a month, my brain instantly goes, oh, $5 a week. That's like less than $1 a day.
See, when I hear $20 a month, my brain goes, that's $120 a year. That is a lot of money.
Yeah, so your brain rads it up, and my brain just goes like,
No,
bleep.
that's $240 a year. See, I don't have that money.
Yeah, I do. The question is, should I be spending it on underwear? You think no. Look, I'm honestly on the fence, but for now, I'm going to remain a member of blank underwear subscription service.
I believe that you have subscribed to this underwear subscription service for the clout of, oh, look at me. My idols told me to do this, so I am doing it.
Yeah, but if that were the case, and I have to sort of explain this to the viewers, me and Zach listened to a podcast. They had this underwear brand as a sponsor, but Zach, they no longer have the underwear brand as a sponsor. I am still subscribed to the underwear service.
Which baffles me because I don't see why. Why do you need this much underwear? Why do you need to spend that much on underwear?
Well, it wasn't so much that I don't need a lot of underwear. I just want to replace my current underwear because I've had it for a long time. It's getting worn out, and I need new ones.
Why don't you do what I did and I got my underwear from Catch.com?
Oh, Catch.com.
It's like a Wish rip-off site, and oh my god, comfy bombs.
Look, that would probably make sense, and I will consider it. I will consider your argument, and in the next show, guys, I'll let you know if I'm still I nearly said the name. If I'm still a subscription underwear member.
You've got to remember, we aren't live. I can come back and chop it and cut whatever the hell I want out of this.
All right, bleep, bleep.
No, can you not
I'm
do
sorry.
that?
Now you have to do that. Well, you're the one who said it.
Yeah, but that wasn't an open invitation to go and give me more work.
All right. I won't do that again.
Thank you
After
very
this.
much.
Bleep.
Thank you. That's another thing we have to discuss.
Yeah.
People that have already listened to this part, they would have either heard that we've made a decision on this, but we'll make this live decision now. Do we bleep?
Do we bleep swear words?
Yeah, because
Well, we swore on radio as much as we probably shouldn't have, and we didn't bleep that. So,
but we can't really
I don't
bleep
know.
it when it's live. Hear me out. On a podcasting service,
oh, we get the E.
yeah, we get the E.
Yeah.
Do we want the E,
And
or do we?
I mean, I don't think the majority of people listening to us are going to have a problem with the E, but if we do want to expand our audience, it could be an issue, yeah.
Personally, I do see it tough to go back and bleep out all the swear words, but I reckon I can.
I mean, we
Do
can
we?
just try not to swear too often. By the way, what we're talking about, guys, is the little explicit E you get next to your podcast if you swear in it.
And you would have noticed by now, you would have noticed and gone to download it, you would have gone, oh, there's an E, they're swearing. And we've sworn already,
Yes.
so have I bleeped that out or have I not? We've made that decision, but right now we haven't made that decision.
Leave a comment below, guys. I'm gonna
No,
go
do not
go to
leave
the
a comment
future
below.
again and see what we did.
But we haven't decided.
Yeah, that's where it's sitting right now.
What are you leaning towards? What are you leaning towards?
I think we just try not to swear too much.
That doesn't help. Are we giving us the E or are we not giving us the E?
I don't personally want the E, Zach.
Okay, well then I don't want the E either. The E is gone. You would have heard all
There
of our
will be no
swearing
E, and
bleeped.
if there is an E on this, clearly we're just lazy.
I mean, I'm assuming I'm the one that's uploading these podcasts. I wouldn't be lazy enough. Oh, yeah, but I've got to edit these. Maybe I will be lazy.
Bleep. Or did you just hear what Zach said, or
No,
was it
they
bleeped?
I bleeped it. It was bleeped. That no one knows what word I said.
Okay, it was definitely bleeped.
And Angus, watch this. I'm gonna say cucumber, but I'm gonna bleep it, and everyone's gonna think I said something else.
Bleep. Zach, I can't believe you said that.
I just said cucumber, guys. But I bleeped it, so you'll never really know what I said. Something I've also noticed is
all right.
I can't fart into the cushion because I don't really have a cushion in my chair. So if I fart, it's going to be heard, whereas if it usually wasn't heard on radio.
Are you planning on farting?
Well, in previous times I have farted, so I did need a fart before, but yes.
All right. Well, that's good to know. So if you hear a fart, it was definitely Zach, not me, under any circumstances.
It was actually Angus.
You really think people are going to believe you after what you just said?
I believe so. Oh, so it should be worth noted that this is the second time we've recorded this.
Oh, yeah. The first.
Because the first time got rudely interrupted.
Yes, indeed. I'm being rudely interrupted right by now by someone who is spamming me with messages. So
I can't believe you're not on Do Not Disturb. I've put mine on Do Not Disturb.
I am so... Not on my phone, on my Discord. Okay. The Cracker Off. Should we talk about that?
I reckon we should talk about the Cracker Off, so do you want me to introduce it?
I mean, yeah, you can introduce it. Some of our most loyal fans will sort of know what it is.
So I reckon, unless you remember it really well, you're probably not going to remember, but in around September of 2019, on the Zac and Gus story, we put up two images, one of a supermarket aisle and one of Angus with a lot of crackers. And it was simply, we're trying to find Australia's best cracker. And then I think it may have had a suggestions box. We spent a whole day just putting different crackers through different challenges to find which cracker was the best cracker.
Yes, we did. And the results were sort of inconclusive.
We recorded it, but we didn't make it to the grand final because our grand final plan went on for way too long. Our planned thing went for 40 minutes and we had to give up because we could no longer see the crackers and... Was it raining?
Well,
at the time?
no. We could see the crackers. We had just decided that they weren't going to sink, or it was going to take too long for them to sink. We couldn't wait that long. We had to go home.
Yeah, because we were doing the filming in Melbourne.
Yeah. So pretty much it's a tie at the moment, and also we recorded that in like September last year, and pretty much the reason I'm bringing it up is because I only just started editing the video, so it is sort of on the way. This is kind of a teaser for something.
It's amazing what isolation will do to you.
Yeah, seriously, like it took a global pandemic to make me edit a video that we recorded. This is coming up to a year ago, but regardless, it's coming your way, guys. When we're gonna have to do a rematch of the grand final, obviously, which I wanted to discuss how we're gonna do this because I thought we could release it before we get out of lockdown if we made the grand final just like an audience vote, or
no,
we wait until we can see each other and re-record it.
Okay, I've got a third idea. Can you hop on your roof? Is it possible for you to jump on your roof?
I haven't honestly tried. I was actually planning. It's weird you say that, Zach, because one of my upcoming YouTube videos was gonna be about me climbing on my roof. But yeah, I'm sure it's doable.
Could we just sit on our retrospective roofs and record ourselves?
Yeah.
Starting a timer, and then with the two grand finalists, and we just see which cracker gets picked up first.
By like a bird.
Yeah.
So do we have to stay on the roof until the bird picks the cracker up?
Yeah.
I feel like that's not exactly fair though, because the bird populations wouldn't be the same in our respective areas.
Okay. Then however long combined, so say if it takes 12 minutes from me and 37 for you for cracker one, that becomes 49 minutes. And then, like, we combine the crackers for each
Ah, okay.
location.
So we both have both crackers. I thought you meant one of us had each of the crackers.
No, not that.
Alright, yeah, no, I agree. That sounds like a good idea. It just could mean being on our roofs for a long time.
For a very long time, yeah.
But yeah, I'm up to do that.
And we're back. Well, welcome back.
Yep. This is going smoothly. Zach, Byron memes.
Byron memes.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, which is probably everyone, I used to run a meme page for this kid at our school called Byron, where we would make memes about him.
And the photos from him as a child.
Yeah, we would make memes out of photos of him as a small child. And one of our teachers wants me to start it back up again. Not my teacher anymore, because I haven't been at the school for, I don't know, a long time.
And I haven't had him as a teacher this year, so he's not like he's got an excuse to talk to any of us.
But he approached
me.
He approached you, didn't he?
Yeah, and he was like,
And what did he say?
he thinks I run it, and he goes, "Can you start posting it again? I'll chuck you a follow." And I was like, "I don't actually run that account. I'll contact Angus, who does, and I'll tell him that you followed him."
Alright. And see, the thing is, I was like, firstly, when Zach told me this, I was extremely confused why he would want me to start it again, but I was like, why not? But I've run into a small issue, Zach.
What's the small issue?
I don't have the password for Byron memes.
No.
And I know what you're thinking. Why not just reset it? Well, I don't have the phone number attached to the account.
Oh, Angus.
And why not just use the email? Well, apparently I used a fake email to set up the account, because I went on there and I pressed reset. And you know how it shows like the little blanked out, partially blanked out email, so it doesn't show the entire email. It was gmail.net. Bleep. So I have no way to access it, and I can't find any way to contact Instagram about it. So we have an issue.
So there are many ways you could do this, I reckon.
Yep, what's one of them?
Go into whatever Vodafone, Telstra, Optus, and go, "I would like to purchase a SIM card with this number on it," and tell them the number that you want,
Yeah.
and hope that they give you, that someone's not using that number.
Can you do that? Can you go in and ask for a specific phone number?
That's what I did that's what I did for my number.
I mean, I guess I could do that.
Do you remember the phone number that you used for the account?
Well, it will show me the last few digits, so I haven't had a proper look, but I would probably be able to work out.
Okay, we're gonna pause right here, and we could come back with us attempting to call that number. So we're gonna pause now. We are back. Hello, everyone. So we're back after what was a tiny break for you,
but an immense break for us.
Oh God, how long was it?
I don't know, 20 minutes. I don't know. It was too long. However long it was too long for literally no result, guys.
We tried texting, or I tried, calling Angus's old number to see if someone had that old number and could give us the Instagram verification.
And what happened?
They didn't pick up the phone, so I've texted them and not gotten a response yet.
So you got a ring though.
I did get a ring actually. So
someone does have the phone number, probably, most likely.
Yeah. Should I add a double-on text saying, "Hey, if someone owns this number."
This is the famous Zac and Gus podcast contacting you. We just want access to Byron memes. So we'll let you guys know if we receive contact back, and we'll see if we can get Byron memes back up and running.
I think that brings us to the end of all Byron memes content.
That will be the end of the Byron memes content, yes. It's hard to gauge how long we've been going for. Do you have something to talk about?
Yeah, I have something to talk about, but I don't know how long we've been going for.
Yeah, because we can't just look at the recording times, because there's been so many breaks that we've had to take for recording issues. But that's not going to happen again, is it, Zach? We're at the end of all of our technical difficulties.
Oh man, I wish we was at the end of our technical difficulties.
I'm actually consistently hearing you right now, so I think we're doing pretty well for the first few minutes.
Well, that's
all right.
That's something to be optimistic about.
What are you gonna bring up?
I was going to do this on the radio show, but I've got something for you now. Angus, I have a problem with you.
You have a problem with me.
You said in a Snapchat video, the following audio, which has been placed here.
So if I go into a folder on my desktop, right, I can go into that folder, but before I go into anything else, I need to go back out and do the double click to deselect it on my desktop, or I can't continue with my life until that has been unclicked. I can't deal with the fact that I know that it's selected. Oh, Zach, what the bleep? No way.
Yes, way.
Zach, I'm gonna bleep with your brain right now. I had this written in my list of things to talk about too. And this wasn't like a recent post on my Snapchat. This was a while ago.
This is a few months ago, and I saw it and I was like, I've got to bring this up. I hate this so much.
And I was also like, I've got to bring this up because I just wanted to... Wow, that's weird. Is this the one thing you had to talk about?
Yep.
And it was in my list anyway.
So I've brought 0.5 of an idea to the show.
Alright, well, I'll let you explain it, considering it's the only thing you have.
I have a problem because if you click on... You claim that if you open anything on your desktop, you then double-click to remove the highlighted part of the icon, so you can live your life normally.
It's not just my desktop, it's anything. If I open a folder or a program or anything anywhere on my Windows computer, I'll point out, this is only on Windows, I have to go back to where I opened the folder from and double click on like a blank area to make sure it's deselected, because I can't deal with knowing that it's selected.
But you have too much time on your hands if that is actually what bothers you. Because assuming you're full screening the window, you don't have to see that highlighted thing again.
No, but it's not that I have to see a highlighted thing, because it doesn't... When you double-click something, it shows as non-highlighted, but it is highlighted, you know what I mean? So it shows as a regular icon, but then you click and realize that it's still...
It's a grayed-out highlight.
Yeah, and I don't like that. I don't like knowing that there's something there that I can't see.
But I don't see the problem. This is an irrelevant problem that does not affect you as you cannot see it.
It doesn't affect me, but I can't...
It's the most stupidest.
I know. Well, the most stupidest is the stupidest way of describing how stupid this is. But yes, I do agree. It is irrational, but I can't control my brain.
It's a waste of your time.
I know, it's a complete waste of my time, it slows me down, and each time I do it, it doesn't slow me down that much, but if you added that all together, the amount of time I've spent deselecting icons in my life would be a fairly significant amount.
Well, it takes about 5 seconds, and for someone who's... You use your computer a fair bit, I would say you've spent, in total across your life, a day. I reckon you've spent a full day non-stop deselecting icons.
And say I open a video file and it brings up VLC. Like, I have to leave VLC, go back to the folder, deselect it, go back into VLC. Yeah. It's,
That's stupid. And a waste of your time.
It's a problem. It's sort of a problem. But I will say that I have not stopped. I would say I've done that, well, every time I've opened something today, so probably 20 times already today. And I really don't see a way to fix this.
I reckon it's a problem.
I reckon we gotta lobby Windows to remove the feature. I reckon once you double click something, it should be automatically deselected.
I don't think Windows are going to listen to a tiny podcast. Especially a tiny podcast with such horrible audio like us.
Everyone who is listening right now, please forward this to Bill Gates, even though he's definitely not in charge of any of that stuff anymore.
Didn't Bill Gates quit working?
I have no idea what Bill Gates is doing. All I know is he does a bunch of charities and but go and spam him with our podcast because he needs to know. Someone needs to know. If there's a more relevant representative from Microsoft, then spam them, but I can't be working out.
I don't even know anyone else notable related to Minecraft.
I mean,
Windows.
Minecraft is Microsoft. So.
Wait, Microsoft. Oh, I am so... No.
Yeah, I don't know. But, I agree it is stupid and I should stop. But, hey, the funniest thing I find about this is we both felt the need to bring this up and we hadn't talked about it at all before this.
Why did you want to bring it up? Did you think it would infuriate me?
No, I didn't think it'd infuriate you. I know how stupid it is, and I've had multiple people be like, Angus, that's fucking ridiculous. Because I think it's an OCD thing, but I'm not that OCD in other ways. So I don't get where it comes from, Zach. I wanna understand. Because originally why I posted it,
One weirdo.
I posted it on my Snapchat to ask if other people had that, and I didn't expect anyone to, and no one did. Everyone was just like, no, you're insane. And now I just think I'm insane, Zach.
Well, I feel like you should believe that because there's no good reason.
Alright, well, that's what we've come, that's the conclusion we've gotten out of this segment. I am insane in the brain, and that's about it. To comment below what you think of
Stop asking
my
people to comment below.
Yeah, if you're listening to this in a podcast app, you're not even going to be able to comment. Message at Zac and Gus on Instagram. There we go.
Yeah, if you've made it this far and you've been wondering how you're meant to comment your opinions, you're meant to be messaging at Zac and Gus. Hey guys, welcome back. We just played a game that no one will hear.
You'll never know what we just did.
Because it was so bad.
So, Zach, I still have a lot of things in my list. I think we're like nearing a reasonable amount of time. But
I reckon this will be the last thing for the show.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to choose wisely now because I have a few more things I could discuss. But if this is gonna be the last thing, I want to choose the right one. Look, not gonna lie, not much of this is very good. I pretty much chose a lot of really shitty things to talk about. Just to I have one thing to bring up at the very end. But first, chorizo, Zach. Are you familiar with the Spanish sausage?
I love chorizo.
You love chorizo. Now,
Spanish sausage.
Are you aware of the fact that for a very long period of time, I was a manic consumer of chorizo, but I wouldn't cook it. I would always eat it raw.
Yeah, I reckon I could find, I've got somewhere in my Google Photos a GIF of you eating chorizo in a classroom.
That does not surprise me. It was an almost daily occurrence, or probably was a daily occurrence, and it was until...
When this podcast goes up, I will post that GIF.
I actually remember that GIF. It was pretty good. But I remember it was a certain day that I had my pack of chorizo, and I was just reading the back of it. Because when you've gotten that many packs of chorizo in your time, eventually you get curious. What does it say on the back? And it said, this product must be cooked. And I literally just assumed that I had been right in eating it raw the whole time. I thought you were supposed to eat it raw. It hadn't even entered my mind that cooking it was an option. And then I was like, wait, you're supposed to cook this stuff. You're not supposed to eat it raw. And then I cooked it, and it tasted so much fucking better.
Why would you be surprised? I can't.
I thought it was like
like
salami. I thought it was the same.
But it's a chorizo sausage.
I know, but it was in like the small goods section with all of the kind of meats that you don't have to cook. So I just assumed that it was the same.
But surely when you were eating it, did no one ever question why you didn't cook it? I feel like even I should have brought that up.
It was always when I was like out with mates or like at school or wherever I was. It wasn't somewhere where I had access to somewhere I could cook it. So I'd just rip open the packet and I thought that was how you were meant to eat it as well. So, and the day that I did eat it cooked, I was like, I'm never gonna eat this raw again because it tastes so much better cooked. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't actually eaten it since probably mainly because I'm really lazy and I don't like cooking stuff. But now I don't want to eat it raw because I know how much better it tastes cooked, so I just end up not eating it at all. That's the story of me and chorizo.
I wonder if that's the same for people who religiously eat 2-minute noodles uncooked.
Wait, what do you mean? You mean people who they just eat the noodles, like, hard?
Out of the packet, yeah.
People do that?
People do that. I wonder if they don't realise how good it tastes.
But you can't add the flavour.
They just sprinkle the flavour on top and take a bite. These are real people.
Wait, how many people do this? Is this a common thing?
I reckon I know many people that do it, yeah.
Okay, surely that's way more messed up than eating chorizo raw.
But then think about it. You're not meant to eat chorizo. Especially considering the way it looks when you eat a chorizo. For the people that didn't know, Angus ate the chorizo like it was a banana.
That's fair.
Like, it doesn't look right.
That's fair.
And it looks grossly inappropriate.
But I genuinely did think that was how you were supposed to eat it. You cannot tell me that someone biting into a hard, like, solid noodle brick thinks that, like, they know that's not how they're supposed to eat it. Yet they choose to
Well,
do
yeah,
it that
but
way.
maybe they've never eaten it cooked, so they don't know how much better it is.
Possibly.
Maybe we can find someone for the second podcast, for the next episode, and see if we can find someone. Hey, do you eat noodles uncooked? Contact
Yeah,
at
I
Zac and
want
Gus.
I want
We
to
could
bring
have you-
someone on. Yes.
Okay, well, do we want to waste our first guest opportunity on...
Literally anyone you can find who eats the noodles raw. I need to talk to them. I need to
But do we want to
We'll
waste our
discuss.
first ever guest on this?
Yeah, I reckon. I reckon
This
the
is
people
something we
want to
need
know now. We can't leave our fans on a cliffhanger like this. We need a. I mean, it's not really a cliffhanger. I just want to know their perspective because I think that's fucked up.
It is something we need to discuss, though. We need to discuss the first person to appear on our show because forever, apart from Dane's voice in the opener and the breaks, it has only ever been our voices.
That's true. Well, back at the radio show, did we have the option to have guests?
We could call people for a break, but we couldn't have people as like a co-host.
Yeah. Then why did we never do that?
Because it's 2 a.m. and not many people are up.
That's a valid point. I was forgetting the 2 a.m. factor.
Practically, I would only give the responsibility of our first guest to one person. Our first guest would have to be Hugh.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And wait, but does Hugh... I think my brain's probably just making this up. Is there a possibility that Hugh sometimes eats the noodles without cooking them?
Do we want to try and add him to this call now?
I reckon that's a good idea.
Okay, so we're going to pause the recording here, and we'll come back when we're calling Hugh. Okie dokie, so that call failed. Hugh didn't pick up. We'll try and get him on for the next episode.
So we will maybe have Hugh on, and he will maybe discussing the fact that he possibly eats noodles without cooking them. That is unconfirmed information.
Yeah, we don't exactly know. If that's the case, we will not get anyone on to talk about it, and we will reserve the right to have Hugh as our first guest until he is relevant.
Absolutely. Alright, Zach, before we, what's that word you use to say end?
Sign off.
Before we sign off, I've got a little game for you. I'm gonna ask you to guess something, and next episode, we're gonna see if you got it right.
Oh no. Okay, yeah.
Alright, so, when I was after I came up with my list of ideas of what to talk about, I had my phone sitting down on my desk, and I was tapping it, and you know how when you tap, your keyboard vibrates?
Yeah.
I realized that every time I tap my keyboard, my phone rotates clockwise ever so slightly. I want you to guess how many taps it would take for a full 360-degree rotation.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Have you tried this already or not?
I haven't, because, let me tell you, Zach, it's gonna be a lot of taps. Just imagine how much movement one phone vibration, like a keyboard tap, would give a phone, and try to guess.
I'm gonna go 360.
360 taps? So
Yeah.
you essentially think each tap is a degree.
I would say that's accurate, yes.
Alright, well, guys, next episode, you'll find out what the results were. And
What a
Zach,
deep way to end the podcast.
if you get it right, I'll give you something. Might give you a stick of chorizo.
Wait, me or the listener?
Oh, you.
Oh, thanks. Wow.
Or if you're listening to this episode, send us a message at Zac and Gus on Instagram with your guess, and you'll have the chance to win a prize as well. That about wraps it up, I think, Zach, for our first ever podcast.
That's the word we're looking for. Wrapping it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Now-
hope you guys enjoyed this.
Yeah. Any feedback, we would love you to contact us at Zac and Gus is the official Instagram of the show.
And let us know if you enjoyed this, if you want us to do it again, if you want us to change anything about it.
Press subscribe so you can get us in your podcast feed, however often that happens.
So is this going to be on podcast apps, Zach? Is that the decision we've made?
Are we willing to put $6?
Absolutely. 100%.
Oh, God.
Let's do it.
Okay, well,
For now, we can decide in the future if we want to continue doing it, but for now, I'd say this is going to be up on all your favorite podcast apps. So hit subscribe if you want to see the next episode. Yeah, we've been Zac and Gus.
thank you very much for listening.
And we'll see you in the next one, guys. That's it for the Zac and Gus show this week. Thanks for tuning in.
You can catch up on everything by following @ZacandGus on Instagram, or you can contact us on email, zacandgus@gmail.com.
Don't forget to press subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next week.